What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Avengers series Taskmaster from the Thanos Build-A-Figure series. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get Taskmaster out of the packaging, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Taskmaster posing out of the packaging. Before we get on to the figure, let's actually have a look at what he comes with. Taskmaster does come with the right leg of Thanos, so if you are looking to complete your MCU Thanos, Taskmaster comes with the right leg. Other than that, Taskmaster does come with, I think, the most accessories from any of the figures in the Infinity Wave 1. And let's actually run through his accessories. For starters, he does come with this gold gun that he can store in his holster on his leg. It's a okay sculpt. It's the exact same pistol that we've seen in the past. Nothing too spectacular about it. His next accessory is, of course, his broadsword. Now, we have seen this sword before. It's the exact same sword that came with Baron Zemo, except the paint is done much better on this sword. I like this sword better than the Baron Zemo sword. And then his final accessory is his Taskmaster shield. Now, this is just a Captain America shield painted with the Taskmaster logo. And it's a really nice shield. I'm glad they went with this design because it does have that clip that you can fold outward. And you can have it on either wrist, or you can peg it onto his back. Although, because of his cape, you really can't peg it on. So, there is that. With his accessories out of the way, let's actually have a better look at the figure itself. And so here we have a closer look at Taskmaster, and I have to say I really do love the face sculpt on him. I know there's some people that prefer I don't know if it's more realistic or cartoony Taskmaster. I think this one looks just perfect in my opinion. I really love his eyes just piercing through the mask. The teeth are really well done, and the sculpt is good. And just like Ghost Rider, they actually colored it bone color, which I think looks really, really nice. Now, because of the way his hood sits on his head, there is going to be some gapping between his hood and his cape. But it is okay. I feel like I'd rather have this than a cape that just draped over his head. So I much prefer this. You can see the clasps are painted gold as well as this gold rope. Now, I have heard some people complain that his cape comes off really easy. Now, I'm actually shaking him quite a bit, and the cape is sticking in place, so I don't know what it is with other reviewers and their capes, but mine, it's sitting on there quite well. Like, I'm holding him completely upside down, and his cape is staying pegged in, so maybe it's just mine that is like this, but I want to say that not everybody has that cape issue. Moving on to his cape, I really do love the way that it's an orange plastic painted white, and that's just so vibrant. I love the white paint that they used on it. It's really nice. Really stands out, and it almost matches the plastic, so they did a really good job making an effort to have the paint match the sculpt of the plastic, so that's props to Hasbro right there. His arms are really done nicely, although they're a little dark on mine, but it's actually uniform throughout the figure, so it's okay that it's not a vibrant orange. I'm just glad that it actually matches throughout his entire costume. He is using the standard Bucky cap bulk. In fact, most of this figure is reuse. We have seen this figure with the Baron Zemo from the Winter Soldier series, but I really love how it looks on him. You can see that there are some paint blemishes on mine. There's some orange on the white, which unfortunately it comes with the territory, but I can actually clean that off. You can see it's quite prevalent on his left cusp, but not so much on his right one. His belt is really well done. You can see the Taskmaster logo, as well as all these pouches. You can see his gun is holstered right now. The buckles are painted gold on his holster right here. He also does come with this little attachment, which I think maybe the stud should have been painted the same gold, but I'm okay with it just being sculpted and not painted. And then again, if you have the Baron Zemo figure, these are the exact same boots. So he's almost 100% reuse of Baron Zemo, with the exception of his belt, his holsters, the cape and the head, but other than that, he's still a really nice looking figure. So let's actually get him compared to other figures, and let's actually bring Baron Zemo out here just so you can see the comparison between the two. And so here we have Taskmaster posed next to a few of your Marvel Legends figures. I'm using these two figures because they use the same Bucky cap bulk that he does, but you can see that a lot of the parts from Baron Zemo got used in Deathstroke here in Taskmaster. Let's move Deadpool and Baron Von Zemo off camera really fast so we can move on to Taskmaster's articulation. He does have the standard articulation for the Bucky cap mold. He has a ball jointed head, which is really limited, but then we also do get a hinge which lets the head look back about that far. It is hindered by his hood. It does look down all the way. You can see the hood actually flexes to get out of the way right there. Really little pivot, but we do get some rotation in the head. Arms on a ball joint, they do go out only to about that far. They don't go fully horizontal, which is a little strange. They would do a full 360, but they do get hindered by the cape. If you work around it, you can get a full 360 out of that. We have a swivel in the bicep, double jointed in the elbow, although on mine, his elbows are a little loose, and it's the same on both arms. You can see that does make posing a little bit of a hassle. But other than that, he does have a swivel and hinge in the wrist, and it's the same in both arms. We do have an ab crunch which goes forward, one click. It would go back, but the cape is a solid piece of plastic, so you can get him to arch back, but the cape does get in the way. He swivels at the waist, legs go forward, back, and out. He swivels at the thigh. He is double jointed in the knee. Let's get that joint moving. It's a really stiff joint down here. Swivel at the boot, hinge in the ankle, and forward facing pin for rocker. So overall, really good articulation on Taskmaster here, and thankfully no detents in the ankle, so we can actually get him posed however we want. With that out of the way, let's actually take a little break and get a Taskmaster pose for my final thoughts. And so here we have Taskmaster posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. I've been waiting for a classic Taskmaster for so long, and I'm really glad Hasbro was able to deliver it with this figure. Now, he doesn't have weapon storage for everything, however, he can hold his shield and his sword, so I guess he kind of sort of does have weapon storage, but if you want to have him holding his gun, he has no place to store his sword. Other than that, I still think this is a solid figure, and I think he's one of the highlights of the Avengers Infinity War series. If you can find Taskmaster, definitely pick him up. He's well worth the pickup. I actually picked up the entire wave on Big Bad Toy Store, and they are available right now, so if you haven't already done so, go ahead and check out Big Bad Toy Store for your Marvel Legends Infinity War series. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews. All my other Marvel Legend videos are up, so check those out while you're at it. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.